Hello friends, my name is Kishan and welcome you in this video tutorial. In this video tutorial we are going to look multi-threaded application. There we are going to implement how we can implement using multi-threaded like bus reservation system, and that's the very famous example as per the interview point of view, as well as if you relate with some real world example as well. Right, so let me explain you. Here already I have created this project, and I have created the all files which is needed to explain this project. So let us consider an example where we have a travel website like redbus.com, through which we can book bus tickets. Right now there are only 3 tickets left, and 2 people are trying to book the ticket at the same time, right? And everyone wants to book the 2 tickets, right? Both the person wants to book the 2 tickets, and but there are only 3 tickets has been left. So only one will be able to proceed and other will fail, right? If you consider in both the cases, the trouble arises when different threads try to work on the same data at same time. To avoid this problem, the code synchronization should be implemented, which restricts multiple threads to work on the same code at the same time. Now let us see a sample demo of code without thread safety. So here you can see I have created a project, and here we haven't used any kind of thread safety, right? Let me explain you this project first of all. So we have 2 packages, bus reservation client and bus reservation system. In bus reservation system I have a ticket counter class. In this ticket counter, available tickets I have assigned as a 3. In real scenario, you might need to read this count from the somewhere from the database, but for simplicity, so to make this demo shorter, I have just assigned a counter as 3. So available seats are 3. Right now we have a method is called book ticket, and there we are passing passenger name as well as number of seats which passenger wants to book. And here inside the if condition, I am checking number of available seats greater than equal to number of seats as well as number of seats which passenger wants to book greater than 0. Then I go inside, and here I am printing hi passenger name, number of seats booked successfully. And after printing this message, I am deducting number of seats which passenger wants to book from the available tickets, right? And this condition gets false, means available ticket is less than number of seats available seats, then else block will print seats not available with passenger name, right? So that's very pretty simple example. Now next class we have is called ticket booking thread. That is a basically thread class which extends thread class, and here I have overridden run method. And here from run method, before that I have declared 3 private instance variable. One is the ticket counter, which just I have shown you, reference of ticket counter, then passenger name and number of seats to book by the passenger. And all these 3 variables I have initialized in the constructor itself, right? And here I am using this reference to call book ticket by passing the passenger name and number of tickets to be booked by the passenger, right? So it's pretty straightforward. Now finally I have a client program, and there I have created a shared resource, that is in our case that is ticket counter. This resource I'm gonna share with 2 threads. Now I have created one object of ticket counter, then I have created 2 thread, right? So this class basically extends thread. So I have created thread T1 and T2, right? I'm passing the same object, I'm sharing the same object with these 2 threads, and here I'm passing the thread name as John and Martin, and number of seats both wants to book 2 seats, right? And just I have started these 2 threads, and let's see what happens. And here you can see in ticket counter there is only 3 tickets has been left. Now if I run this project, then saying that hi Martin, 2 seats booked successfully, hi John, 2 seats booked successfully. This is not possible, right? Why this kind of unexpected result we are getting? The reason is that here both threads are sharing the same reference, right? And using, so every object has a single lock in Java, but and both using this reference, basically we are calling this method, right? From here, right? Both threads is calling this method, but this method is not synchronized, right? So there is no meaning of lock until unless your method is not synchronized. Object locks does not comes into the picture, right? So both threads are entering at the same time in this method, and both finds number of seats is greater than number of books, and because of that both threads are able to book the ticket. So how we can restrict it? By providing a synchronized keyword. So we'll make this method as synchronized. Now object lock will come into the picture. Once your method gets synchronized, then one object locks gets into the picture. Now if you start both threads over here, whoever threads will get the first chance to enter into this synchronized method, right? Then other thread has to wait, right, until yes first thread do not complete this method execution. Now once suppose here we are starting John and Martin. There are two basically threads. Let me run and show you. So now you can see we are getting the expected results. Now saying that hi John, 2 seats booked successfully, means this is the first thread T1 whose name is John. John get first chance to execute this piece of code which is inside the synchronized method. Now first thread, once first thread enters into this synchronized method, once that thread completes execution of this method, then thread 2, that is nothing but the Martin, will get chance to enter into this method, right? At that time John will find this number of seats available is only 1, right? So again for every thread basically that checks this available tickets, then ticket at the time when second thread enters into this synchronized method, then number of seats would be 1, and that's why this condition gets failed, right? Saying the number of available tickets is 1 greater than equal to 2, that gets false. So that's what you are getting this message. So in that way basically we can protect our shared variable, right? So basically more than one thread is doing some kind of write operation on this shared variable, and wherever you are doing write operation, basically that code has to be synchronized so that you can protect a state of object, and you can overcome from some kind of race condition as well. So that's all I wanted to share in this video tutorial. I hope you enjoyed learning this video. This code I am going to check in on the GitHub, and GitHub location you may get in the video description part itself. So guys, if you really like this video, then please hit on the like button, and please share and subscribe my YouTube channel as well. So guys, big thank you, and see you next video tutorial.